Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is 20s Unscripted. I'm Patience.
Belle.
Joy.
20s Unscripted.
Y'all should like, subscribe, share.
Okay, so today we want to talk about measures that most people regret in their 20s, like mistakes or things you've made,
In
like
our early
decisions
20s.
you've made, in your early 20s that you feel like, why did I do them, So today we're gonna talk about that. Hopefully this will be very entertaining
And helpful.
educational towards you. Yeah. So the first topic we're gonna talk about is family. We know that family really influences a lot.
Of our decisions.
Yeah, the way you've grown up, the way you relate with people. So
How you make your decisions, how you respond to how people
yeah,
react to you.
yeah. So we're gonna start. Personally, I'm gonna talk from my own personal experience. Yeah, my family has really helped me to make a lot of the right decisions. Compared to my peers, especially when I was starting campus, around high school, in my sophomore year, and all. So I grew up in a Christian family, and it was like no drinking, no partying, it's wrong, but here I am and everybody's like, yo, where are you? See we go drink, see we go party, see we go here, and it was quite hard, especially when I was like 20, my early 20s, 21,
And everyone
22,
in campus is going
and
out.
everybody's going out, so you feel left out, and I didn't want to feel like I'm not part of the group, so of course
You don't have a
I'll do
social
anything,
life.
I'll do everything in my means to make sure I give a good excuse and I come back home. You don't
you wanna
drink too
look
much.
cool.
Yeah. You don't want to miss out
Especially
on
being
the
from a
parties.
Christian family.
Exactly.
It's kind of hard,
Yeah. So what about you, Bella? Like, what was your experience with your family, like growing up? What are some values that you feel like, hey, yeah, these are really things that helped me?
If your mom tells you about a certain trend, best believe she's right.
Oh yeah.
She is very right. If your parents tell you, like, most of the time these folks are really right on everything they advise you, even the people you associate yourself with, because later on when you're trying to make decisions financially, trying to do it in a business wise, these people who keep calling you up for drinks and turn up, do you think that person can sit down and try to tell you about this business, this is what you're doing, and all they're thinking about is just turning up,
For me, I think my parents have played the greatest role in me being in the line of, a good citizen, a good person, I think, because they have done it with so much love, and I think that's why at the moment, without judging me, but they're also very, very strict. So my friends will call me, and they know by 6, Joy should be in the house. So they'll do everything, and at 6 they're like, Joy, we don't want to make your parents mad. Let's take you home. And it's bad because you miss out on the fun, and sometimes you really want to, like, you know what, switch off your phone and do your own things. But now you have to remember, like, these are the people who have had your back, because I've messed up previously, and they were the people who actually came in.
Family is they're the only people who always have
Your back,
When
100%, exactly.
hata upate
Deep
accident
trouble.
hapa
Wow, ndo
it's
atakuja.
your family that
Yeah.
will be number one at your back.
Yeah.
True.
It's very important, but then again, not everyone comes from a very good family
Yeah.
that is supportive.
Yeah.
So you really need to know, because there's some family who are very toxic, extremely. So you have to be sure the right team is by your side. They're checking you, they're making sure you're making the right decisions, you're walking the right path that's needed. It's very important, very vital. As a young woman especially, trying to make it in business, work, maintain that Christian value that your family has actually trained you to be. It's very important.
But what about those kids who grew up in an unreligious family? Because religion plays a big part of who we are when we become older. And do you feel like religion helped you Or did you neglect it at some point?
did.
Did you feel like, I don't need this shit?
I did neglect it at some point.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, hey, even when everyone leaves you, God is the only person that will always have your back. I swear, that's the only place you'll find solace.
True.
Personally, yeah, I did neglect my religion, like, the religion affiliation, but I was very intact with my spiritual self. So as much as, the whole church thing, and because I feel like personally there's a lot of hate and other vices happening in church and condemnations, unnecessary condemnations, I had to put that aside and realize, like, spiritually there has to be a supreme being. In my case, that's my God, So as much as, yes, neglection of religion, like I'm not that religious, I had the intact spirituality, and it's what helps me decide on what is good and what is bad. Not because Christianity says this is good or bad, but because there's the inner self that will tell you this is bad and this is good.
Yeah,
true.
The thing is, what you're saying, a relationship with God is more important than religion.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Because most people tend to follow religion because kuna church inasema wearing pants, no, you can't interact with new believers, you can't talk to someone's husband as a new believer. So those are religions. But your relationship with God is very important.
Yeah.
But everybody has their own thing about, like, all their own beliefs about who God is and all that. So we're not trying to get into that, but basically getting in touch with yourself is very important. Like get in touch with your spiritual side, no matter which denomination or religion you are. Just get in touch with yourself, because I feel like that guides a lot of your character and it influences your integrity as a person. You're always going to be the person who says yes to things that you don't want to say yes.
Because you're trying to people please.
Yeah, you're actually pleasing you're pleasing your peers. No kwapa unakufa manze. Anyway, so maybe the next thing we can talk about is education, school. What are the things that you feel like you made mistakes in school? This kind of things. I personally, nilikuwa napenda kulala high school. Like preps it was the longest thing I have ever experienced. So I was just like, what is this? Why do I have to be up until 10?
Especially the high school. We had classes.
We had
7
classes.
p.m. and 9 p.m.
At night.
Classes at that time.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was a lot.
So now preps is 10:30. My God.
Preps 10:30. Our sleeping time by 10:30 you should be asleep.
Actually 11 when you pick up for 4. Yeah, actually 11. And we had MOOCs every week, which was we got to a point where we were like, you know what, like this is like that's the way to do it, But point being, like, I think
education is
one thing
important.
I would have corrected as my young self in school is just like, stop looking at everybody else and just focus on
yourself.
Yeah.
You are good enough the way you are,
and your journey is very different.
Yeah,
we are friends.
Stop trying to be like everybody else, because then now you start to lose yourself, because you're trying to keep up with things that you're not. You're struggling. Una struggle.
Yeah.
Struggle.
I think something else is, people say school is not compulsory, like there are people who have succeeded without school. What people don't realize is these people who have succeeded without school read and they gain knowledge from other things. They're not people who just, stay without having any way of getting information. So utasikia mtu anasema, shule sio lazima. Si kina Bill Gates, sijui kina Mark. These are people wenye walikuwa wameitwa top notch universities wakakata, So as much as masomo sio muhimu, but honestly in this era it contributes so much, because if you have your own business and you have some background, some education background, it tops up to what you already have. So it's not compulsory, but it really helps. Kazana tuna shule, and I think that's the best gift you can. Parents try, you can award yourself, and parents try to award you.
Yeah, and they say, like, the more knowledge you have, the more knowledgeable you become. Is that a thing?
What?